Welcome back to tonight's Sad Reality. I've actually got not one, but two people in VC this time, so the channel is slowly growing, right? That's how that works. But tonight we're playing One Armed Cook. This game functions very little, and that's why I like it. Honestly, it's kind of funny like that. Is the pizza sauce already empty? Did this thing spawn empty?
I don't know. Could be.
That's amazing. Anyways, um, tonight I had a few funny ideas for stuff to talk about, nothing too crazy, but what I was going to talk about was feeling fake. Yep, that truck is so loud, and it's still going to be really loud. Hopefully it's not too loud on the recording. But, oh, there we go, there's the pizza. Oh, no, it wasn't empty, it just hadn't been opened yet. I'm a genius. Okay. Sauce. Dip in here, there, this. But I need prosciutto. It looks like that. See, it kind of looks like the prosciutto's added afterwards with, like, it looks like you do the mozzarella first with this. You then heat it up, and then you put the prosciutto afterward. We are trying to figure this out earlier, too. It's kind of funny. This game, it's, like, it's supposed to be kind of garbage. At least that's my understanding of it. It's not supposed to be very well made. Like, it's super buggy, it's super weird, it's super wacky. It's super fun, though, honestly. Um, yeah, let's add the prosciutto. This looks kind of right. This, right click. Oh, not quite. This is so amazing. Oh my gosh. It sucks too. This is another one of those games where it's gonna be super hard to keep commentary going as I'm playing, but it's also not. Like, we got so much time anyways. We're working with under 290 seconds. Anyways, so past few days have been great on my end. It wasn't cooked right. Okay. I still have no idea then. But the reason I was thinking about talking about stuff being fake tonight or whatever, specifically this game, it's like everything. It's not great. It's not super well made, but it's like cooking, just budget cooking. Sometimes it feels like life is on budget mode, I guess. And the conversation that brought me to this was my boss asking me, he's like, "Hey, how's life going?" I'm like, "Eh, it's going well. You know, that's all right." And in a way, I feel like most of those, like the question, "How are you doing?" or like, "How's your day been?" The reason you get the response good or it's alright is because that's kind of the anticipated response. Like, we live in a world where that is the anticipated, this is how this goes. Like, the conversation's not supposed to be intrinsically deep. But I also feel wrong for just saying good when sometimes things are a little bit shaky or like when there is a lot more that is going on in life. Oh, nice, good job. Sorry, I'm in your way. Pizza dough. Do we have more pizza dough? We do. Like, case in point with like this channel, for example, I haven't been recording very much, and that sucks. I need to be doing that a lot more. I just haven't been. And even with like this in the main channel, I need to get the main channel, start recording videos for that a little bit more. And truthfully, I just haven't been. It sucks, but that's kind of the truth to it. This, this goes in here. It's not like my boss would really care about that, you know? Like, it's not. For me, it feels like there's no reason to emotionally dump on someone just to say, like, oh, hey, there's this going on, there's this. Like, there's a lot always going on in life, but I don't think it necessarily has to be something worth talking about to everyone or the world. Just kind of antithetical to what this channel's about in the first place. But, I think there's kind of like a time and a place for it, you know? Especially me picking something so serious for a game so stupid. That's a really bit of frying pan up here. You know if he's the frying pan for anything, Potato?
I don't think so.
Just exists. What do we need? Diavola prosciutto. Prosciutto is much higher on the list here. Uh, oh, there we are. But it kind of sucks too, because if, like, why have those conversations in the first place if the answer is always going to be something super basic, you know? When I feel like that's not really the point of it. The point of it is, like, I guess to be real, if that makes sense. And I think it also depends on the person you're talking with as well. Like, my boss, I feel like I could talk with him about anything and he'd be kind of chill with it, but I also understand we've done a lot. Oh, that time it worked. Okay, perfect. So that was a flawless set of customers there. 1 of 5 left. Dishes don't need to be washed. Spend money and throw out trash. Not too shabby. I think we'll win this time, hopefully, as long as one of us doesn't lose connection.
Pizza fell off the thing and it's in the oven. I can't get it out.
Oh, really? Oh, it looks like you have it on the thing. Move it out. Did you burn it? Oh, now it's not on the thing anymore. Oh, now I see it. Yeah, just take it out. We're trying to
I'm
leave.
so used to being like, it's just you and me in here that I forgot I was watching Potatoes POV the whole time. I
Yeah.
thought this was you.
No, this is not me, because he's streaming it, because I'm on the really garbage PC. Or laptop or whatever,
Yeah, I
and still
thought this
probably will be
this
for
was
a
you the whole
while.
time.
Nah.
Like, I don't know what.
No, you can watch my perspective on sad reality, I guess, even though most of this is garbage. Like, genuinely, the Potato, if you ever check this out, most of this channel, you're gonna notice the recording quality is absolute dog on it, and that's just because this laptop sucks. Like, it really can't go anything higher. I've tried to optimize it in some cases, and like, I have very basic noise cancellation and stuff like that. Oh, I really hope that doesn't fall in the trash. Oh,
Get on the plate.
you got it. Are we out of sauce already, or no? We just need to can open this one.
Oh my god, I did it.
Nice, good job. Plus $9, a whole 9 doubloons.
I never was.
But so in a way, it kind of makes me wonder, it's like, what conversations are actually worth having, in a sense? I mean, I'll sit here sometimes in front of people, and I will put on a face because I think it's entertaining. I will put on a face because I think sometimes people need to see this, like, a different face than the face that I typically wear, if that makes sense. Like, my band teacher, I think the one who died of, I don't know if it was cancer or what, I think it's the one who's dead. He said, you kind of got to put on different hats for different people, or different hats for different situations, different parts of life. And what he meant by that is he was like, he wears a, band teacher hat for, teaching students and stuff. But there's also times where sometimes students just aren't doing right, or doing all right in the mental, or whatever it is, and he has to put on, like either the parent hat, or the, oh, is the sauce? No. Okay, and that, funny enough, when you drop the sauce thing, the sauce will stay in that, but it won't stay in the can, apparently. That's amazing. You have to put on different hats for different people, and that's, like, I guess kind of just one of those inescapable parts of life, But sometimes I feel disingenuous when I do that, because being the person I need to be for the situation isn't necessarily who I always am or who I want to be. Does that make sense to y'all? Is that a lot? Is that a lot of yapping?
Might have zoned out. It's
No, you're good. It's
I've been a busy day.
welcome back to
Up and
ASMR
out.
channel, I guess. We just none of this means anything. It's just noise, apparently. So prosciutto. Here's your prosciutto. Great. You like the prosciutto?
And I was busy staring at some food this guy sent me. It's making
Yeah.
me hungry. Yeah. Can't make food right now. It's midnight.
You can always make food.
True. I guess, like, as an example, just real quick, this is like a super easy way of thinking about it, at least to me. There'll be times where I'll sit down and have a super serious conversation with someone, even though they didn't mean for it to be super serious, or just because this box was empty already? Question mark. Trash has been tossed. I'm bringing the rest of the boxes in, by the way.
Oh.
So, like, for some context, there's a lot of people in my life that I feel are just as productive as me, and the answer to by as productive, I mean we don't really do too much, and I don't necessarily look at myself in a high standing, whatever. I think there's always more I can be doing, and I think kind of the same for the people around me. I don't think there's anyone that I've met that's objectively more successful than I am. It's really hard to navigate that, and also hard to be humble in saying that, but that's kind of the way I've seen life. And whenever people are like, man, I wish this was the case, like, I wish I could do more with my time, I wish there was this, or like, I want this job, and I'm like, well, why don't you try to make that happen, you know? And sometimes there's give and take in conversations like that, but at the end of the day, usually people start those conversations being like, oh, this sucks, you know, like, I wish I could be doing this, making 100 grand a year, and then I'll follow up with, well, you could be, you know, just like try hard and do this, and that's not really the response people are anticipating either. And I'm not sure it's me so much caring about it as I do care about people's outcome in life. Like, obviously, I don't care if you make 100 grand, it's just sometimes we could try harder to be the people we want to be. So. How's that for a deep conversation? oh, the customers hate us. They're pissed. Prosciutto, mozzarella. A pizza. Either y'all speak any Italian?
My mom went to Italy like 2 months ago.
Any basic Italian phrases?
I don't know, I'm not Italian, so...
Win.
Oh, is it going? There we are, good job. Sauce. Dip the sauce. Hopefully it doesn't spill. This. Prosciutto. Mozzarella. Oh, and that one cooks, you can toss this one in, and I'll grab a plate for you as well. There's a plate for you. Dish go in the dishwasher. Like another case too, especially with the main channel on YouTube, in the most literal sense, it's kind of fake. And by fake, I just mean I put on a voice, I put on a face, I put on, I guess not who I feel like I actually am in most senses, but I feel like a voice that sits down here is very monotonous, dry, whatever. And some people like that, some people do. But I also feel like that's not what I want my contribution to this world to be. I want to be the guy that's high energy. I want to be the guy that's kind of a go-getter. I want to be something a little bit more than that. And I notice that's not something that everyone cares about, but to me it's always been something worth going for. So it's kind of like, in a sense, being fake, but there's a good reason for it, I guess. And I feel like it's hard too, because when you look at big YouTubers and they're like, be sure to smash that subscribe button and high energy, and I smoked 2 lines of cocaine before making this video, and like and subscribe, share this video, yeah, like all that back in like what, 2012 or whatever. Everyone looks at that and they're like, that's not a real person. That's not a real personality. That's just like whatever people do on YouTube because it's funny, whatever. And it's really easy to just distance ourselves from that. That's kind of a super extreme example, but simply, like, I wonder about people like this, like IShowSpeed, for example. I feel like that's not really his personality. You see on stream, like, all those crazy clips, and of course a clip is just one section of what could be a 24-hour period or whatever. But you see all these crazy things, and you're like, is that really who he is? Is that really the personality, you know? And me looking at it as a third person, obviously someone who doesn't really watch Speed or any of those crazy streamers, whatever, I'm super distanced from this, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. But it makes me wonder about those people, you know? I guess, like, even Mr. Beast, everyone's like, this guy is super soulless, and I'm like, yeah, I also think he's kind of soulless. But, I guess the goal is to not be that person, but also to be a little bit better than who I am, and that's the voice we then put out on the internet sometimes, or before other people, whether it's jobs, whether it's friends, whatever it is, even if that's not who we actually are. So. Wow, is that a deep conversation for tonight? Back in the oven.
Heck in you.
What is going on here? Oh, there's something still left in this box. We're not. This is inefficient. We have pepperoni still in the box. I'll throw the rest of these away, though. Another funny example. Oh, the sauce is going everywhere. Okay. So back during... I don't know if I've told this story on the channel, but there were several summer camps I went to when I was younger. It was called Duke Tip, which is the Talent Identification Program. Basically, it was an excuse to be with a bunch of other nerds doing some engineering thing over the summer. Eventually, the program went bankrupt, and they had all sorts of funny things written up about them online as the camp or whatever. Like teen pregnancy, that's a funny thing to think about when you think of potentially middle schoolers, usually high schoolers, doing just going to summer camp, hanging out. For me, most of the time, the first 2 years I think were in-state, and then the third and final year I managed to go was or was it 3 or was it 4? I know 4 is the most like number you could do, and I think I wanted to do my 4th year, even after my 3rd year was absolute shit, and it just didn't happen because I think that was when the program went bankrupt, but I could be totally wrong. Anyways, the first 2 times I went, those were both. Also, we got 10 seconds on the mozzarella pizza. You got that? I don't know what table it's for.
No.
Also, it looked like it was cooked. Yeah. So the first 2 times were in-state. The second time, or the third one, was out-of-state. So that was first 2 were both North Carolina, Appalachian Mountains, App State, something like that. The third one was at LSU, but then funny hurricane comes through, and we ended up at Rice University down in Texas. I have no idea how they managed to make all that work, but it did in fact work. Oh hey, here's where the mouse traps are. That's funny. Also feel like this game's like lagging or something's going on with my screen. Motion blur? Can I turn off motion blur? Graphics very low. Oh, this looks so much worse, but it's so okay, kind of funny. I love high saturation gameplay. Also, fun fact, I think if you're looking at something really bright, it kind of keeps you awake a little bit longer, so if you're watching and or listening to these videos super late at night, yeah, this will keep you awake for another hour, I guess. There's your caffeine overdose.
I feel targeted.
Yeah, your caffeine overdose in the form of light exposure. Regardless, out of time, so close. Let's do the hot dogs one, because it's way easier and a little less jank. The first 2, so they were both in-state, but the point of this was I changed my personality at both the summer camps because of who I was prior to these things. Invite to game. I hope you got that. I'm pretty sure you got that invite because I heard it echo through your mic. There we are. Okay, Henry's hot dogs. This is gonna be garbage, but a little less garbage than the last run. The last round. But so I changed my personality pretty considerably. Back in elementary school, I was this kid that would not shut up about how smart he was. I wasn't like, not in the most literal sense, but every time there was like homework, whatever, I was kind of the know-it-all. Like I was the guy, instead of doing just dollars, I would do dollars and cents when I was like doing math on my homework and stuff back in elementary school. It was just like the whole package, whatever. Teacher's pet. And the issue with this is I didn't really have any friends. You know? Turns out that's not a really great way to make friends, is if you know, if it's just a little bit too much. A little bit too much on the plate here. But what that did make me realize was, okay, I need to kind of adjust my personality if I want to fix life here. Oh, perfect. There we go. That one worked. Yay, number 1 done. And I also heard your Steam achievement proc there. Good job, Potato.
Yippee, good job.
Yeah, yippee. And I grabbed stuff off the truck real quick. So, after elementary school, I was like, okay, I need some friends, you know, so I made myself a little bit quieter, and I was like, I'm still kind of smart, hang out with the smart kids, and I just really absolutely did not want to kind of be alone, after I had a few friends. So I liked that, but then I want to try something different, and then Duke Tip comes along, and I'm like, oh hey, maybe I could try changing myself again a little bit. Think of it like an experiment of sorts. Because I can go to a summer camp, that's for 3 weeks, you're not going to remember anyone. I mean, a few people you might remember, there might be some stories. I've got a lot of stories about the third one, I'm probably going to forget to tell half of them. But, I was a little bit quieter during that first one. A little bit more, or a lot more reserved. Rat! There's a rat! There's a rat!
Okay.
How do you cook it? Do you just, like, put it near the
Grow
stove?
myself.
On the stove?
You have to smash it against the wall first so it dies. Not like throw. Go.
Like this?
It has to ragdoll. So
Did it disappear? What?
it doesn't
Okay.
want to die.
Well, it is what it is. So then the second time, I go and I'm like, okay, you know, I want to make a few friends. I don't want to leave empty-handed, you know. I mean, I still did, but I actually had these lanyards on the wall next to me. It's funny, and I can tell it did a lot more the second year because I have a lot more pins on that lanyard. And the third year, the entire lanyard is full of pins. Like every single part of it has a metal pin going through it. I did literally everything I possibly could of the third year. But because I was so outgoing that third year, what that turned into was. Also, I'm trying to burn things I talk here. Sometimes I'll just like wander around, not really doing much, just because it's easier to talk and rant and ramble and rambly from Indigo Park. These cooked. This is cooked. Cooked. But it's crazy what it, like pretending not to be like the know-it-all guy. I wear sunglasses all the time. People call me Slim Shady because I'm super thin, because I love wearing sunglasses, stuff like that. I talked with just about everyone, all that, and stuff was pretty great. I liked it. I liked being kind of outgoing, and I guess that's why I'm a YouTuber now or something, because you get to choose who you want to be in this lifetime, I guess. But it was funny because I like that, but then there's always things to change still. Like, I still like being intelligent. That's not going to really change. I like math. I like sciences. I like psychology. Physics, I think, can die, but everything else is pretty cool. Although biology sucks, too. For studying plant cells for a living, you might as well be a vegetarian, I guess. I don't know. This needs to be washed. Also, I love how buggy this game is. It's peak. It's kind of funny, I get so ahead of myself in these conversations too, and it's just like, oh my gosh, when was the last time I took a moment to breathe, take a sip of my orange juice here on my desk? We have a choice as to who we want to be. And kind of like each of those experiences, it really shows to me that there's definitely a better person we can be. That's not to say you should be unhappy with who you are. But be happy with who you can be, I guess, and then try to be that person, you know? I don't know who it has to be in other people's lives, your life, whatever it is, but I guess that is to say make the most of each day, you know? Anything y'all want to add to that? Did I explain everything? Any questions? Any other commentary?
I don't know. No, I got nothing.
Yeah. This is why I'm the YouTuber, because everyone else I drag into VC, I'm like, if you want to talk, if you want to do anything, whatever, nobody ever adds anything, and I'm like, please, I want someone to be someone next to me, I don't want to be alone.
I'm always half asleep.
That's fine, I know it's like 3 AM for you, but most of the time I had these crazy conversations would be at that time, too. Like, here's another story.
Yeah.
So, first girl I dated, e-dating, I'm a weirdo, but, I'm not gonna get into how all that started, but I was in a, you know, Discord relationship, whatever. And, yeah, I know, it sounds cringy, that's because it is, but we both really liked each other. And, where I'm going with this is, it would be, like, time zones were super wacky because, obviously, she's in the Philippines, I'm here. That's, like, plus minus 12. I don't know about daylight savings or whatever, but it's not, it is not optimal, let's say. And she kind of really liked all, like, the nerdy stuff I was talking about, and, I would give calculus lessons at frickin', like 3 or 4 in the morning. I'm not sure if I saw those videos even saved in my PC, because this was before I had this laptop even. But at 3 or 4 in the morning, I'd have Desmos open, talking about like, derivatives and integrals, basic things, like, oh hey, the slope of this is gonna be your derivative, and you can do that for quadratics, you can do that for, yeah, any just basic cool math thing, and, that was, I guess, who I was in that time, but I will say in those videos I was kind of quiet because, you know, there are people in my house sleeping too, which I understand, you know, but, they were high energy because it was something I guess that I enjoyed, and, I guess other people did too, for whatever reason. Also, I don't know why you'd want to learn calculus on a date, I guess, but, like, that's... Welcome to my wacky world, so... This is going to be one of those videos that goes down in the channel history. I can almost feel it, without a doubt. I think all said, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for sticking around despite the god-awful video schedule. It's going to get better someday, just not today, not tomorrow, maybe not. It's gonna happen though, so we'll make it eventually, someday, somewhere, somehow. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your night, and I guess I'll see you in tomorrow's Sad Reality. Have a good one, y'all.